Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ACW Newscast 36. I'm Hakeem Johnson, your ACW commentator as always, and I know this is a late edition of the newscast, but Windows Movie Maker wasn't being friendly to me last week. Apparently he wants to be my friend now today, so we're doing a Monday edition of the newscast for this week, and today we're going to talk about tomorrow's big event, the ACW Elite Tournament Finals between Kinnikuman and Ken Masters. We're also going to look at some of your questions and comments. And also, I'm going to give you a brief and initial thoughts about Super Smash Bros. Coming for 3DS and Wii U. And I know I wasn't able to really respond to that because of my hiatus during the time, and that was really when that announcement was starting to come up with the hype. But I'll give you my overall thoughts about it. But I would be remiss if I didn't start this off that this newscast will be dedicated to the life and career and memory of Bob Hoskins, who passed away last week. You may remember him. He was Mario on the Super Mario Brothers movie that was released in theaters. I believe back in 1991 or 2, I want to say. Probably 1990. Also, he was a detective from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and a lot of other movies you might have recognized him from. But, condolences go to his family, his friends, and his close ones. And hopefully his legacy is continued on through many, many years to come. So I just want to say that piece on that note. But having said that, let's talk about tomorrow night. The 2014 ACW Elite Tournament will come to its conclusion with the finals match. It'll be Kinnikuman going one-on-one against Ken Masters. And judging by the responses that I got from both semifinals matches, you guys cannot wait for it. I personally cannot wait for it. These are two men that honestly do deserve the title of King of Elite. As you can see, Kinnikuman's awesome strength and his awesome presence and his mainstream appeal has brought him to the dance. But Ken Masters, being a veteran, being one of the original Street Fighter's characters, and that super kick out of nowhere that he just hits out of anywhere, plus just being a proficient athlete as well, has brought him to the finals as well. This will be an interesting match, a dynamic, if you will, between two differing styles colliding as one. And that'll be interesting to see which of the two will pull over each other and become the King of Elite tomorrow night. I uploaded the 2011 ACW Elite Tournament Finals on the YouTube channel between Ryu and Sagat. We weren't able to upload it initially because YouTube was really strict at that time with copyright claims and content ID claims. But apparently YouTube has kind of, eased a little bit off of it. So I was able to post it on my YouTube channel. So you can go check that out and kind of get pumped up and kind of, expect what you're going to get going into the finals tomorrow night. It's Kinnikuman versus Ken Masters. Are you on Team Kinnikuman? Are you on Team Muscle? Hashtag Team Muscle. Or are you on Team Ken Masters? Hashtag Team Masters. You can comment down below on this video. Which team are you on? Are you on hashtag Team Muscle or are you on hashtag Team Masters? One man is going to win, one man is going to lose tomorrow night, and this should be one hell of a match, honestly. And thank you all for watching the ACW Elite Tournament in its entirety this year. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys supporting it, watching it, commenting on it, trending on it, sharing it. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and it just gives me the drive to just give you better content, even more content. Going forward this year with ACW. Speaking of which, 3 weeks from today, will be the return of ACW Anime Championship Wrestling. 3 weeks from today, we're going to return with ACW with a new episode of ACW Excel. That'll be 3 weeks today, this Monday. Also, that same week on Thursday, will be a new episode of ACW Impulse. And on the week that we have a mega event, there will be no Excel, there will be no Impulse. It'll just be the mega event on a Friday, with the pre-show being possibly on a Wednesday or a Thursday. So just giving you a heads up of what the schedule is going to be looking like from this point forward. There might be some adjustments here and there, but for the record, that's pretty much how it's going to go in terms of the scheduling with the shows. So, we got those out of the way, and we'll bring you more updates and news on it as we keep this chugging along. Also, if you go to the ACW website, I have updated the ACW Wikia, for obvious reasons. I've updated the ACW Excel and Impulse pages. giving the ACW website a little bit of a revamped look. Go check it out if you can. animecwrestling.webs.com. That's animecwrestling.webs.com. Now we're going to look at some of your questions and comments you left for me last week. First of all, we're going to go to the YouTube side of things. 005 Classic says, would you think of putting Samurai Jack in ACW? You know, that's a question I've been getting a lot throughout my ACW career. There are a lot of people wanted me to put in, such as Ryu and Ash Ketchum and Captain Falcon and all those guys. But Samurai Jack was definitely up as one of those characters people want to see on ACW. I wouldn't rule out a Samurai Jack appearance in ACW. You may never know. There could be certain situations where Samurai Jack could end up on ACW. So, you never know. Just be on the lookout. But possibly you can see Samurai Jack there. Enrage Media Corp says, have you made any plans to watch some shows on Crunchyroll? Now, if you guys don't know, Crunchyroll is a website that it has pretty much a lot of anime content in terms of anime series and anime shows and anime manga and anime specials that you can watch on their video streams. Sometimes you may have to pay for a premium account, but I have a free account. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do plan on watching some shows there. I've already started watching Attack on Titan, which I really do like. I like that series. I like some of the things that they have there that I could possibly incorporate on ACW one day. But yeah, Attack on Titan I've been watching there. I'm starting to catch up on One Piece a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. So yeah, Crunchyroll is going to be really a source of me catching up on my anime. I can guarantee you that. Alex Wilson asks me, not axe. Don't want to sound like that now. Will you do ACW Excellent shows? Which I think he means ACW Excel shows. Which is yes. 3 weeks from now will be ACW Excel from this Monday. And he says, will you be doing ACW Turbo shows? Unfortunately, no. The reason why Turbo was defunct in the first place was because I had put Excel on the hiatus. So I was really only doing Impulse at the time. So I figured we needed another brand, but not Excel, more so just a different kind of brand. That's when Turbo came in. But once I started making the decision to bring back Excel from hiatus, again, you can't just use... It's overkill with me, especially with things that I do in my life, to do 3 brands every week. That is overkill. Hell, 2 brands is right now even like a chore. Not a chore, but it's even like a thing to juggle with it, you know what I mean? So, in terms of weekly Turbo shows, no. Turbo is done in terms of that. Turbo is not coming back in terms of being a weekly brand show. But people have been suggesting to do like a ACW Turbo one-night stand sort of deal. I wouldn't rule that out. I would just have to get the mechanics and stuff like that to be figured out and what have you. But I wouldn't rule out a Turbo one-night only special. I wouldn't rule that out. And if I do it, I will let you guys know. So on the Facebook side of things, I asked kind of last week or about 2 weeks ago. I asked like if you had some suggestions, what female characters that could be anime, animation, or video games would fit within the ACW brand. And when ACW has their own female brand, you know, the Glamour X brand that I still tend to be building up whenever I get that chance, what females should really be involved in it? I've got a lot of suggestions. Jason Calderwalder from Facebook suggested people like Revi from Black Lagoon, Azula Katara from Avatar, Maka from Soul Eater, Lena from the Slayers, Joey Sharuba also suggested Revi, thinking that she could be a kind of a Sandman presence as one of the badass females in that division. Joseph Matos even suggested people like Nami from One Piece, Alka from Blade and Soul, Blue Panther from Sekai de Ichiban, UCCW owner who owns UCCW, who should check out on YouTube and on Facebook. He suggested Chun-Li and Samus Aran and Sailor Moon and Poison, and Torrin Fluker, who owns also TNXA. Check that fed out on YouTube and Facebook and Dailymotion. But he also just did the likes of Revi and Ember McLean and Juliet Starling. So a lot of great suggestions. That I can use for the division. Also, you know, if you guys saw that article about the women's division, the 5 being Ino and Cammy, Reiko, Jessie, and Azuma. So a lot of suggestions. All I know is that with this women's division, I'm going to be bringing a lot of different styles, and I'm going to be presenting it in a different way that maybe not a lot of people have done before. So again, Glamour X Division, more updates and news on that as I give it to you. And finally, I get to talk about Super Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U. And looking at that trailer, the initial first trailer, I marked out because, well, first of all, it's Smash. Smash is pretty much one of the best franchises in Nintendo history. I don't think no one can really dispute that at this point. So I was glad to see the series come back. Villager coming back is awesome. He can really be a great player if you play him right. Mega Man making his debut in Smash was, I mean, people kind of been suggesting that for years, but I never thought they would do it. I never thought Capcom would actually let Nintendo actually put Mega Man there. And if you saw the Nintendo Super Smash Direct, I believe 3 weeks ago, Mega Man's final smash with all the Mega Man generations coming together with that blast was awesome. God tier even. My thoughts on it is that this could be one of the best Smashes. This could be the best Smash game of all time. A lot of implements onto it. They got a for fun and for glory mode, which will please the competitive players a lot. Final Destination looks greater than ever. Now every stage has a Final Destination mode. 3DS now has a adventure only mode with the Smash Run, which looks pretty cool. You still got your characters like Mario and Fox and Samus and Kirby, all those guys with Sonic coming back and Zero Suit Samus coming back, Sheik, and a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to be excited for. I gotta say though, Nintendo's doing a great job. I know a lot of people are skeptical of the Wii U. Personally, if I'm gonna buy the Wii U, I'm gonna only get it for Smash and Mario Kart 8, to be honest with you. But I think Nintendo is they know what they're doing. Every generational console they've released has been ahead of its time. You even look back at the GameCube back in 2001, when Sega was on the decline and eventually death, and then Sony still on PlayStation 1 until PlayStation 2 would come into effect. So yeah, Microsoft and Sony, yeah, they've added a lot of online features and this and that, but haven't really progressed as much as Nintendo has in terms of the console. So I think Nintendo right now is doing a great job, and I think Smash is going to be one of the games that really saves the Wii U from being a total failure. But here's my question to you, and I'll talk more about And let me get this out the way too. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Super Smash Brothers exhibition match again this year. If you guys remember, I think in 2011, yeah. If you guys remember in 2011, 2010-ish, I did a Super Smash Bros. Exhibition match, 20-minute Iron Man match between Ness and Lucas. And that was to celebrate that week the release of Super Smash Bros. Brawl on Wii. So yes, I will be doing the same thing for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. So yes, that means you're getting two. That's right, not one. You're getting two Super Smash Bros. Exhibition matches. Obviously, Ness and Lucas will be involved in that somehow. Also, Solid Snake and Donkey Kong are also Super Smash players, so they'll be involved as well. So we're going to be doing a lot of things like that, and I'll let you guys know when the time comes up. But here's my question for you guys today. Question of the week for the newscast. Which Super Smash Bros. Character do you plan on playing with? And, a part 2 to that question, is there any Super Smash Bros. Character that hasn't been announced yet, or hasn't been confirmed yet, that you want to see in the game or in future Smash Brothers games? So, here are the 2 questions for the newscast this week. Part 1, which character do you plan on playing the most on Super Smash Brothers this year? And 2, which character that hasn't been confirmed or announced yet do you want to see come back or make its debut on the Smash series and on future Smashes? So those are your 2 questions. I'll post them on Facebook if you didn't catch it, or the description on YouTube and that such. So, that'll be fun, and we'll talk more about Super Smash Brothers as the dates and the release dates comes forward and what have you. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the ACW Newscast this week. As I said, I was going to try to keep it short and sweet to about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm pretty much there at the dot right now. So, tomorrow night, ACW League Tournament Finals between Kinnikuman and Ken Masters. 3 weeks from today, the return of ACW with Excel on Monday, and Thursday with Impulse. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. I'm Hakeem Johnson, always telling you to stay cool. Stay cool.